everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we are going to be doing the Cle De Peau Holiday collection. I haven't seen too many folks do the Cle De Peau line on their channels. I know I've seen a little bit of it, but not a ton. Cle De Peau was actually the first skincare line that I really invested in. I literally bought the entire line at the Neiman Marcus Cle De Peau counter in Tyson's Corner, Virginia. Actually, that was where I was living at the time, outside of DC. So I love the brand. I use their cotton squares for everything. Their eye makeup remover is exceptional if you need it for like hard to remove eye makeup. And their packaging is stunning. So let me show you the outside packaging of the holiday collection. So this is the luminizing face enhancer packaging. This is the eye color quad. This is the lipstick mini set. And these are the two new lipsticks. This is the 514 Enamored and 515 Impassioned. And then this is the lip glorifier in Break of Dawn. And I will swatch all of these for you and all that jazz. I also have a sample of the mascara that I will try for you guys. All right, so let me put on a little bit of bronzer, and that's the only thing we'll put on today so that you guys can see the face luminizer and how that looks. And then we'll do the eyes and we'll do the powder last. We'll pick a lipstick, you guys, because there's a bunch of different ones that I have here today, but we'll pick one and we'll go. Okay, Gucci is on. You can tell it's the Gucci because it has sort of this pink look to it, pink undertone to it. I chose that one for day one. I love the Gucci. But two, since I'm not gonna be using a blush or a highlighter today, like it gives it an extra oomph that a lot of bronzers don't. So I thought it'd be good for, you know, what we're trying to do today. All right, so let's go ahead and open these up. Let's do the face luminizer first. Comes in this gorgeous packaging. And there's in the back a little cover for it. Let me show you that up close. And this is Moon Shimmer. I mean, they do these every year and they are just stunning. Let's open the eye color quad. Again, it has the case in the back and then Magnificent Plumage. The lip glorifier looks like this. The 515 Impassioned. It's a very deep shade. And the Enamored, as you probably can guess, is going to be the light shade. And comes in this type of packaging, the white shade. Okay. Now, the mini lipstick set is a set of their popular shades. And it comes with this beautiful packaging. So I might leave it in the packaging because it's so pretty. Let me show you what I mean. It's got all the swans on it. And the shades are Peach Stone, Camellia, Legend, Entrapment, and Silk Thread. And I will swatch them for you, but like I said, they are existing shades, but in special packaging. Okay, so let's start with the eye look. And as I said, I am a big fan of Cle De Peau. I will say I'm not necessarily a fan of their eyeshadows. Generally, they're not that pigmented. Generally, we'll see. Maybe these are different, you know, you never know. I'll swatch them for you. The deepest shade, the lilac shade, light green shade, the very light cream shade. So you can see what I mean. They don't make great, in my opinion, they don't make great eyeshadow palettes, but it's really pretty. It's beautiful packaging. I mean, that's just stunningly gorgeous. It reminds me a little bit of the Chantecaille packaging, the special packaging that they do. All right, so let's go in with a Crease Pro brush. Let's go into the deepest shade, the purple shade. And I forgot to mention that I am wearing the new Cle De Peau foundation. And I forget the name of it, Soft Matte, Radiant Matte, whatever it was. I did get a sample of it, and I'm trying out the sample. I feel like it's a little too dry for me, too drying for me, and that's not a surprise because it is a matte formula. I use the foundation, that's literally the name, The Foundation, by Cle De Peau, which I've mentioned before. It's like a moisturizer, like it's super, super thick. I only use it really in the winter, in the fall when it's dry. I do not use it in the summer because even me, it's just like a little too much moisture. But it is amazing for dry skin. It's very expensive, but it's an excellent foundation if you have super dry skin. I'm gonna go in with the Wayne Goss number 3 just to buff that out. So I am trying out this foundation because I really do love the foundation by Cle De Peau. And I love, like I said, Cle De Peau is, you know, just as a brand. So I want to like the foundation, but at this point I really can't say I would recommend it for people who have dry skin. I know I've heard a lot of people say that they really like it, and a lot of content creators have said they really like it. For me, I mean, you can tell me what you think. I think it looks good. What I tried today, which is a little bit different than I've done before, I've tried a really thick plumping moisturizer underneath of it. I used the Sisley Black Rose moisturizer. That does seem to be helping. So maybe if I use it with the Black Rose moisturizer, it works. So we'll have to see. I'm gonna keep testing it out. Because like I said, I do love their products. I want to like it. Let's go ahead with the green shade, actually. I'm gonna use the same brush. This is kind of like a teal? I don't know what this is. We'll see what it looks like on the eye. Like a light blue, just like a light blue. When you put it on the eye, it doesn't, like if you try to put it over the purple, it doesn't show up much. You can see. The purple was pretty pigmented, but the blue, not as much. I'm just kind of putting it all over the eye and then into the crease. That's why I used a crease brush. I mean, it's not terrible, but I wouldn't say it's particularly pigmented, and it kind of just disappears. I'm trying to pat it on with the purple. And as I said in the beginning, they're really not known for their eyeshadows. They're known for their skincare, which is amazing. Their powder that I'll show you, the luminizer, is really beautiful. They come out with different packaging and everything every year. They're really nice. I really like that. And I've heard great things about their loose powder, and I've been meaning to try it for forever and still haven't, so I'll get around to that. Let's take the very light lilac shade. Let's go in with the Chikuhodo F06. Tiny little brush. I actually have become very fond of this brush, and I haven't had it that long. Let's go in with that light lilac color. Let's just try this and see. Yeah, I mean, again, you don't see much. I'm not saying it's not pretty. If you're looking for like a wash of color, that would be perfect. Let's take the topper shade, like the white creamy shade, just put it on top. I'll take the Chikuhodo KZ07, that same light shade, just put it up in the brow area. It's very sparkly. Go back in with the Wayne Goss number 3, buff that out a little. I'm not gonna go super harsh with it when I buff it out because I feel like it might buff away some of the color. Let's go into the blue shade again, the blue, light blue teal. Let's run along the lower lash line. Maybe we can see if you don't mix it in with the purple. Yeah, if you don't mix it in with the purple, it's like a nice ice blue shade. Again, it's a wash of color. It's not in any way pigmented, but if you're looking for something very, very light, very much just, if you're looking for something that's just very much a wash of color, it's good. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow palette. Like I said, it's very pretty, it's very light. I'll bring you in so you can see it. It's like, almost like pastels. So, you know, I think if we put on a little bit of liner and we finish off the face, I think it'll look really, really nice. Let's go ahead, and I think if we put on, like we finish up the look, I think we can make it look really pretty. I mean, it's not like it's not a pretty shade. Again, these are pastels, more like purpley pink shades, which aren't exactly my color story necessarily, but it's very pretty. It's a nice wash of color. It's very sparkly. So let's go ahead and pick a lipstick, and I'll show you how the luminizer looks. Okay, so let's do the luminizer first. So the luminizer, like I said, is this luminizing powder. And it's a beautiful powder. I don't know if it's gonna show up like when I put this against my skin. Can you kind of see that? It's almost like a highlight. Now, you can use this in any way that you want. I mean, you gotta see the packaging again. Isn't that beautiful? Moon Shimmer is a luminizing face enhancer. So, you know, there's different ways you could use this. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take my Sonia G buffing brush, my face one, and I'm gonna put this luminizer like here where you'd kind of start to put like a highlighter. And I'm just gonna buff it in. And then down to the cheeks, and then across my nose. And the same thing on the other side. And then I'm just gonna kind of buff out the rest of it all over my face. So it's this gorgeous luminizing, all over kind of glow. Now you can use it just as a highlighter, like you could just put it like right here, and I'll show you what I mean by that. You could take a brush like, this is my Sonia G Detail Pro, and you could use this specifically just as a highlighter and be very like deliberate with it. See how that looks? I mean, it's very, very glowy. Or you can do what I did before and just buff it out and have it like all over the face, like for an all over the face kind of glow. I prefer the luminizers like that. Like I concentrate it here, but then I buff it all over into my skin. And you know, you can still do that after you put it on as highlighter. You could just go back in and buff it out. You don't need the Sonia G brush to buff out your skin. I just prefer the Sonia G brush. So you can use different brushes to do it. Okay, so now the lips. Next thing I want to mention is the glorifier in Break of Dawn. The glorifier is in this very bright shade, but as you can see, it doesn't have a ton of pigment in it. It's definitely got some sparkle. It's got some, you know, shine to it, but it's really like a balm, the glorifiers. So even though it looks really deep, it's not gonna have that much color to it. I wouldn't have picked it up, frankly, if it was gonna be that pigmented, because that one has more of like a magenta kind of shade to it, and that's not really my thing. Okay, and then Impassioned is the lipstick, and this is a very deep shade, but it's more of like a burgundy, which I like. Their lipsticks are actually really nice. They're very comforting. They're very hydrating. I think they're really pretty. And then the Enamored is the lighter peachy shade. All right, so those are the new ones. Those are the new lipsticks. As I break them. So those are the new lipsticks. And the minis, as I said, are shades that already exist. At least that's my understanding. But the mini set I think is a really cute set. I think would make a great gift. Like a great Christmas gift, holiday gift. So the first shade is Peach Stone. The second is Camellia, which is actually one of my favorites. It has like a glitter to it. The third is Legend, very much a blue-red. The fourth, Entrapment. And the fifth, Silk Thread. Those are the shades that are in the mini. Now, for the purposes of today, I feel like I should use one of the new shades. I think I might use the Glorifier, actually, and maybe like a lip liner. Let's do that. So let's use the Chanel Pivone. Pivone is a really pretty soft rose. And let's use the Glorifier over that. It has a slight scent, but I'm not sure what that is. It's actually very pretty. It's like fruit, like a fruity scent. Okay, I think that looks actually really pretty with this look, with this like purpley lavender kind of look. It's light. I didn't want to go with anything too deep. I feel like the deep shade in there, the Impassioned, I think this would just be too deep with this look. Although I guess if you did a really light eye like this and you wanted a really deep lip, but anyway. Okay, so let me put on a little bit of eyeliner, curl my lashes, and then I'll try out the Cle De Peau mascara for you. Okay, so I have the Chantecaille Slate on my eyes as eyeliner, and I curled my lashes. Let's go ahead and try the mascara. Like I said, I have just a sample of it. Let me show you what the brush looks like. It's a curved brush. And let's go ahead and try it. It's a little bit of a drier formula. I think it's doing a really good job separating my lashes. Final eye look up close. So a couple things that I would say. By the way, the hair is the courtesy of I went to bed with a French braid. My hair is, I had a crazy day yesterday. I French braided it when it was still kind of damp, left it in all day, went to bed because I was just like, I can't even be bothered. And this is what happens the next day. Anyway, so that's not the point. So what I would say about the collection, the packaging is stunning. I mean, I honestly believe like this reminds me of the Chantecaille kind of packaging. It's really beautiful. All of it is stunning. The outside packaging is beautiful. If you're a collector of things like that, then absolutely I would say go out and get it. As it relates to the eyeshadow palette, you can see it's a pretty, it's a pretty look. It's a beautiful wash of purple, light blue shade. If that's your color story and you like something light, this is perfect for you. I wouldn't say it's something that I would pick out. Like if I was just me, just Jen, and didn't have the channel, it's not something I would pick up. So, and these are relatively pricey items. So I would just say, I don't think it's great. I think it's pretty. I think it looks shiny and pretty, but I'm not by any means impressed by the pigment or the shades or, the formula. So I think it's nice, but I don't necessarily think it's worth the price point unless you're talking about the packaging. The packaging is stunning. The lipsticks. I actually like the Cle De Peau formula for the lipsticks because their lipsticks are very creamy and very hydrating, so I like them. The colors that they came out with this year, I'm not blown away by. I think they're really pretty. The burgundy is a shade that I'll definitely wear, in the fall. I think it's nice. The other one's a little too peachy for me, but it's fine. It's not a bad color, and I'll try it out for you in different videos, but again, I'm not bowled away by it. The minis I think is a really cute set because there's lots of different shades in there, and I think it's a great gift. Like if you were gonna give, I think that's a really cute gift to give someone, because also they could look at it and be like, oh, I love this shade, but this shade would be good for my sister and this shade would be good for my friend. And you could give, they could give it to other people, that type of thing. The foundation, as I said, I'm trying out. At the moment, I don't love it. I definitely like it much better today as long as you put a moisturizer on, for a dry skin person, a moisturizer underneath. I'm gonna bet for people who have oilier skin, this is gonna be a phenomenal foundation for them because it does give extremely good, like nice skin-like coverage. It makes your skin look really beautiful and pretty flawless, to be honest. And you don't need a lot of it, and it goes on beautifully. It does have a slight scent, just so you guys are aware, it does have a scent, but it dissipates pretty quickly. But I think for your drier skin folks, it's gonna be an issue unless you put a moisturizer, like a pretty, not like a thin moisturizer, like a thicker moisturizer underneath. Last but not least, the luminizer. I would absolutely buy the luminizer. The luminizer, in my opinion, is the standout product from this collection. That's not a shock to me because, like I said, they've come out with different ones every year. I, have one from a really long time ago. I think it's beautiful. First of all, the packaging, as I said before, is gorgeous, and the compact is gorgeous. Let me look at all those facets. But it definitely luminizes your skin. I mean, I went heavy-handed with it so you guys could see it, but in normal life, I would just do a dusting of it. It makes your skin glow. It really is beautiful. And for someone like me who has very dry skin and some dullness, that is exactly what I'm looking for. If you're the kind of person who doesn't like to glow, you don't like luminizers, don't pick it up. But for anybody who does, this is a beautiful product. And their products are really good quality. They have excellent ingredients. They last a really long time. And I mean, I've had one for, well, I shouldn't have kept it this long, but I've had it for years. This one says 24 months, so 2 years. That's pretty good. The mascara I don't love. I mean, it lengthened my lashes and it's nice, but I think there's a lot of other mascaras out there that are better for the price point. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video really soon. Thanks.